Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Sheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasa
Tato Jayamudiraye Nasta Praishva Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Sevaya
Bhagavati Utamashloke
Bhagavati Shloke
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Before reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances to Lord Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to Narayana Rishi, the supremest of human beings, to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the author, by regular attendance on the classes of Bhagavatam, and by rendering service to the pure devotee, one will become gradually all that is troublesome in the heart will become gradually vanquished, and the loving devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is praised by transcendental songs, will become an irrevocable fact. Thank you very much to give me this honor to read from Srimad Bhagavatam. I feel shy to read before you, and because you're more qualified than me, please give me your blessings that I can speak for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, Shri Radha Parisishwar, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and Shri Nitai Sachi Sutaki. So we are reading from 8th Canto, chapter 20, text 3. Sachaham Vitalopena Pratyachakshe Katam Dvijam Pratishrutya Dadamiti Rahradi Kitavoyata Sachaham Vitalopena Pratyachakshe Katam Dvijam Pratishrutya Dadamiti Rahradi Kitavoyata
Sachaham Vitalobena Pratyachakshe Katam Dvijam Pratishrutya Dadamiti Ladi Kitavoyata Sachaham Vitalobena Pratyachakshe Katam Dvijam Pratishrutya Dadamiti Ladi Kitavoyata
Sachaham Vitalobena Pratyachakshe Katam Dvijam Pratishrutya Dadamiti Praharadi Kitavoyata
Saha, such a person as I am.
Such a person as I am.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
Also.
Aham,
Aham,
I am.
I
I
am.
am.
Vitalokena,
Vitalobena.
for being allured by greed for money.
Being lured by greed for money.
Pratyachaksha,
Pratyachaksha.
I shall cheat or say,
I shall cheat or say,
no, when I have already said yes.
And I have already said yes.
Yes.
Katam,
Katam.
how?
how?
Dvijam,
Vijam.
especially to a brahmana.
Especially to a brahmana.
Pratishrutya,
Pratishrutia.
after already having promised.
After already having promised
Dadami,
Dadam.
that I shall give.
that I should give
Iti,
Iti.
thus.
us
Yes.
Prahradi,
Radhi.
I who am famous as the grandson of Maharaj Prahlad, Kitavaha, an ordinary cheater, Yatha, just like. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki. I am the grandson of Maharaj Prahlad. How can I withdraw my promise because of greed for money when I have already said that I shall give this land? How can I behave like an ordinary cheater, especially towards a Brahmana? Purport. Bali Maharaj had already been blessed by his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj. Therefore, he was a pure devotee, although born in a family of demons. There are two kinds of highly elevated devotees, called Sadhana Siddha and Kripa Siddha. Sadhana Siddha refers to one who has become a devotee by regular execution of the regulative principles mentioned in the Shastras, as ordered and directed by the spiritual master. If one regularly executes such devotional service, he will certainly attain perfection in due course of time. But there are other devotees who may not have undergone all the required details of devotional service, but who, by the special mercy of Guru and Krishna, the spiritual master and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, have immediately attained the perfection of pure devotional service. Examples of such devotees are the Yagyapatnis, Maharaj Bali and Shukadev Goswami. The Yagyapatnis were the wives of ordinary Brahmanas engaged in fruitive activities. Although the Brahmanas were very learned and advanced in Vedic knowledge, they could not achieve the mercy of Krishna Balaram, whereas their wives achieved complete perfection in devotional service, despite their being women. Similarly, Vairochani, Bali Maharaj, received the mercy of Prahlad Maharaj, and by Prahlad Maharaj's mercy, he also received the mercy of Lord Vishnu, who appeared before him as a brahmachari beggar. Thus, Bali Maharaj became a Kripa Siddha because of the special mercy of both Guru and Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirms this favor. Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bija. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 1951. Bali Maharaj, by the grace of Prahlad Maharaj, got the seed of devotional service, and when that seed developed, he achieved the ultimate fruit of that service, namely love of Godhead, Prema Pumartu Mahan, immediately upon the appearance of Lord Vamanadev. Bali Maharaja regularly maintained devotion for the Lord, and because he was purified, the Lord appeared before him. Because of unalloyed love for the Lord, he then immediately decided Shri Shri Radha Parisishwar ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki, Shri Shri Nitai Sutta ki. Because of unalloyed love for the Lord, he then immediately decided, I shall give this little dwarf Brahmana whatever he asks from me. This is a sign of love. Thus, Bali Maharaj is understood to be one who received the highest perfection of devotional service by special mercy. Once again the text. I am the grandson of Maharaj Prahlad. How can I withdraw my promise because of greed for money, when I have already said that I shall give this land? How can I behave like an ordinary cheater, especially toward the Brahmana? Om Gyanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shlakaya Chakshurum Vitamyana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I have listened a little bit from the lecture of his days, Dayal Dev Prabhu, and I will give some points from there. So here, the point Prabhupada is speaking about is the mercy of spiritual master and Krishna. So, how do we get that mercy? So there is, if you can please give me the song book just on the top of the books. Yeah, this one. Thank you very much. We have Bhaktivinoda Thakur in the song Gurudev. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koro Edase Trinapekati Hina Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koro Edase Trinapekati Hina Sakala Sahane Baladiya Koro Nijamane Sprikahina Sakala Sahane Baladiya Koro Nijamane Sprikahina. Okay, and in the last verses he says Carana na hoile kandia kandia Prana na rakibo ara. When I examine myself, I find nothing of value. Your mercy is therefore essential to me. If you are not merciful, I will constantly weep, and I will not maintain my life any longer. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives us a hint in this song. How do we get the mercy? By weeping and crying from the heart for mercy of Krishna. So, we have example of Dhruva Maharaj, who was rejected by his stepmother to not be able to sit in the lap of his father. And he was angry. He came to his mother and he said what happened. And she told him that he has to worship Narayan if he wants to achieve his desires. He wanted the kingdom greater than his grandfather's. So he went to the jungle, small 5-year-old boy went to the jungle, and he was so determined because he was a kshatriya, he had the nature of a king. He wanted to show his father and to get the kingdom greater than his. So he he went to search for Narayan, and he did severe austerities, and he was like eating first only a little bit, and just little water, then hardly even breathing, and demigods were suffering because of his austerities. And then Krishna, to give him his mercy, but he couldn't come himself, so he sent Narada Muni to meet Dhruva Maharaj. And Narada Muni gave him the instruction. And after 6 months of practicing these instructions of Narada Muni in Vrindavan, he got the darshan of Lord Narayan. Actually, Narada Muni tested Dhruva. He said to him, "You're a little boy, you can go back to the court and you can just play, and just when I come there, you will get the kingdom." But Dhruva was determined. He said, "No, if you don't want to give me Narayan, you go away. I want Narayan." So he was so determined to get Krishna. And then Narada Muni understand that he's really, he's so determined. So he was crying for Krishna. And if we want the mercy of Krishna, we have to cry. So we have to cry for mercy of Krishna and spiritual master. And in material world, we cry for loss of material things. And material things, material assets, family members, we cry so hard. But this material world is meant for crying, to really make us desire that we change, that we develop, that we transform our lust into love. And we can either use our crying to cry for material things or to cry for Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya, after he got the initiation from his spiritual master, he was always crying. He completely changed. And Lord Chaitanya came as a devotee to give us the example how we should cry for Krishna. And there is this pastime that Lord Chaitanya was in the house of Sachimata, and he was crying, and he was, after performing his morning duties, he was crying, "Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna?" And Sachimata said, "He's in the heart," and he tried to tear open his chest. And then Mother Sachi cried, and Shiva Sangam, it was Shiva Thakur, no, it was Gadadhar, who understood. Huh?
Took the responsibility to take care of children.
Yeah, and he came very quickly there, and she saw Sachimata in distress, and she said, "Nimai has gone mad after initiation. He was such a nice boy and so sane, but he's become mad now." And Gadadhar said, "Krishna has come." Because Lord Chaitanya was crying, "Where is Krishna?" And Gadadhar said, "Krishna has come." And then Lord Chaitanya became pacified, and Sachimata requested Gadadhar to always be with Nimai. So what did Gadadhar, Sri Gadadhar Pandit mean when he said Krishna has come? So in Kali Yuga, Krishna manifests himself in the form of holy name and in the form of Acharya, a guru. So unless we hear, we have also the form of Krishna as a deity. But can we just get the mercy from the deity? No. Why?
Not for this age.
Not for this age. Yeah, so we need to hear about the pastimes of the deity from a pure devotee of the Lord, and only then we can get the mercy. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was once giving class on Srimad Bhagavatam, and his disciples went to take darshan of a deity in a nearby temple, and they came back, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati asked them, "Where did you go?" And they said, "We went to see the deity." And he said, "You have not seen Krishna." And he said, "Only way to see Krishna is from the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam and from the lips of spiritual master." So, this is our duty to hear from the spiritual master. And mercy, this is how we get the mercy, and this is one part of the initiation and the relationship with spiritual master is to accept chastisement. It is also the mercy, and without it we cannot get purified. We need to take chastisement. And yeah, I see that when I was taking chastisement from my Guru Maharaj or from my authorities, I was very much rebellious. I was not liking it, and I was getting emotional, and it was like a hurricane of emotions in me, and just not accepting and getting in this, how do you say, victim mentality. Why are they treating me so roughly? And when I look back now, when I joined, and how devotees were like trying to inspire me, but by giving me more, trying to develop my capacities, because they saw my potential, but I was angry and not accepting it. So this is one thing that I'm realizing, that it's so nice to be chastised, because when we are, sometimes we don't have the authorities, so we are free, we can do what we want, and then the mind will take too much space, and we will become lazy and lenient, and so we need devotees to chastise us. So it's so nice to be here. Thank you to invite me here, because it's so nice to, it's like jumping in a stream which is carrying me, and to join the devotees who are fired up, who are going every day on books. It's motivating me to give more, to go out of the comfort zone, and it's so blissful, because I feel Krishna's mercy. I feel happy inside, and I meet so many nice people. So we have to realize that we are here by the mercy of spiritual master, and if we want mercy, we must take shelter of Gadadhar, and Gadadhar is Srimati Radharani, and to get her mercy, we need mercy of Gauranga. To get mercy of Lord Gauranga, we need mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So we need to approach the spiritual master, and to get mercy of spiritual master, we have to become desireless. So desireless means desireless, free from material desires. And as long as we have material body, we have some material desires, but they have to go, we have to work on that, and spiritual master, he has two forms. One is manifestation of Lord Nityananda in the heart, Chaitya Guru, and also in spiritual world, like one of the manjaris. So we have to become desirous from material things, and we purify ourselves by devotional service. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that many of us, we think we are performing devotional service, but we are not. We are doing an Abbas feature of devotional service. That Abbas means resemblance of something, but through that, by practice, we become purified. So we just need to do what spiritual master says, and he knows everything. And it's very mystical. I had experiences when one day I was didn't chant any rounds, and it was already afternoon, and somehow I lost time, and there was a phone call, and the devotee brought me a phone, and he says, Guru Maharaj is calling you. I said, wow, Guru Maharaj never calls me. And he said, Nitai Charan, Prabhu, how are you? How is your chanting? Not so good. So, he never calls, but that day when I didn't chant any rounds, he called and asked how is my chanting. So, yeah, you need to just to believe in the spiritual master, and that I remember Acharya Prabhu, who was here, one of the first devotees who started book distribution after a long period of no book distribution. And when he came, he didn't speak any French, but he just went out and he just took the full trolley and went out, and I heard that for months he was just going out distributing nothing. No, not one book. But he would always come back with a full trolley, and he would say, this is my purification. And he was so enthusiastic, and he was so determined and full of faith in his Guru Maharaj that this is purifying him. And after that period of a couple of months, then he started to distribute 1-2 small books, and then he developed, and he was distributing 10 Gitas, and he was distributing 10 Gitas and more. And it was amazing to see him, how he was just fully balanced, equipoised, going to one person to another, hearing so many no's, and then someone would stop, and then he would take the book. We met a devotee who walked from Austria to Lisbon. He walked on foot with the backpack of, 50 kilos. And he was saying that he got the realization on this trip that he had some bread he was carrying with him and some nuts. And then it was difficult for him. And then he decided to sit down and take this bread prasadam, and he ate bread, and he got satisfied, and he continued. But just behind the corner, after that prasadam break, was a bush full of berries, wonderful juicy berries. And he understood, if I could just continue a little bit more, I would get these tasty berries, but now my belly is full of bread. I cannot. So this was his point, that Krishna sometimes wants us to give a little bit more, and then he will award us with with juicy fruits. So this is what happens on Sankirtanam. Sure, all book distributors know that if we just give a little bit more, if we just go a little bit over this critical line, then miracles happen, and then people come and they're interested in books. So yeah, the mercy, we need Guru's mercy, and then Krishna will show himself. So here, Lord Vamanadev, he appeared before Prahlad Maharaj, Vamanadev, because before Bali Maharaj, so Bali Maharaj was ready. So Krishna will appear before us, and we might not be ready to, we might not see him like this, but when he wants, he will appear. I would like to share a little reciprocation of Lord Jagannath in Lisbon. We have also Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra there in the temple. And one day the devotee who is living with me there, he decided to, he went to meet his family. And so I was, I remained alone in the temple for a couple of days, and immediately I started to meditate. How will now I use this time best, the time alone? Maybe I can cook something for breakfast, but I don't have chance to cook when he is here. And then I saw that in the kitchen we have like a 10 of wonderful, very ripe bananas. And my Ayurvedic consultant, he told me that bananas are not the best for me, so I was like, before I was trying to renounce bananas and take other fruits. But now my brother was away, and I decided, okay, now he's not here, I don't have to renounce, I can use this, and I will, he will not see my weakness, that I'm, so I will prepare something with bananas, and I googled for some banana chutney, and I got the recipe, and I was thinking, but my brother likes bananas so much, and those are so nicely ripe, and he will come back and maybe he will see that these bananas are not there, and I took all, and it will be awkward. So I decided not to offer all of them, but instead of, like, I replaced 1 or 2 bananas with an apple. And but I was thinking, should I do that? And no, this was the dilemma. But then I decided, okay, let's do this banana chutney. So I cooked that and offered to Jagannath. And when I was just starting to take breakfast, the phone, my phone was ringing, and there was a devotee with Indian accent, and he said, I am this and that, Prabhu, can I come today at 12 to the temple? I have some bananas for Lord Jagannath. And what you have? I have to come. Jagannath came in my dream, and he slapped me, and he said, you have to come, bring me bananas. And I was not understanding what it is, and okay, you come at 12. And at 12 sharp, he knocks at the door. He said, Prabhu, Jagannath slapped me in my dream. He was telling me 3 times he was telling me to come. 2 times I was thinking, this is my mind, this is speculation. But today in 4 in the morning I had the dream of Jagannath and he was slapping me. And he slapped me so hard that my face becomes swollen, and he says, go to the temple. I told you 2 times already to go to the temple, you did not listen. And now you go and bring me bananas. So I came and bring you the bananas. So I took it as a little reciprocation of Lord Jagannath that he is there and he is listening to us, and he can show himself. So, please, if you like to share some commentaries or corrections, thank you for listening.
You're talking about how we cry a lot of tears in this world. There's a nice verse in the Kapila's teachings. The yogi should meditate on the most benevolent smile of Lord Sri Hari, a smile which for all those who bow down to him drives away the ocean of tears caused by intense grief.
Can you repeat the last part?
Yeah, for this benevolent smile of Lord Hari is a smile that all those who bow down to him drives away the ocean of tears caused by intense grief. There's an ocean of tears because of grief in this world, that we can meditate on the smile of the deity that can be vanquished.
By meditating on the smile of Lord Hari,
it drives away the ocean of tears caused by intense grief.
it drives away the ocean of tears caused by intense grief. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, the Krishna appears in this age also as Jagannath, and he also appears as Srimad Bhagavatam, coming a lot in this age. And of course, Lord Chaitanya as well. We're talking about how the Bali Maharaj, he was blessed by Lord Maharaj, and he got Krishna prema. There's a nice Leela in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes where they're trying to get Lord Chaitanya to give his mercy to the Maharaj Pratap. So they dress his son up like Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya sees the son of Maharaj Pratap and remembers Krishna and he embraces him, and the son of Maharaj Pratap gets Krishna prema just like that. Being embraced by Lord Chaitanya.
He's the son of Maharaj
Pratap,
dressed as Krishna.
So seeing this boy, Lord Chaitanya remembers Krishna and he embraces him, and he's given love of Krishna just by embracing Lord Chaitanya. So that's another example of somebody, being blessed by Krishna prema without having to do anything, but just by the grace of Lord Chaitanya.
Thank you very much.
We were talking about how if we go past our limits, sometimes Krishna reciprocates for us. I like to do 3 hours of Harinam every day, but in New York they don't do Harinam on Sunday, and they like the devotees on the Harinam party to sing for the deities. So I only had an hour and a half before it was time to go and sing for the deities, But no one had given me any donations, and I hadn't distributed any books, So I decided, well, I'll just stay out for 3 hours because the last hour is always the best hour, And people there in the last hour and a half, they gave me $17, and they took at least 4 books. I felt really glad that I stayed out all 3 hours because Krishna really reciprocated.
No, thank you. Yeah. I'm really admire your service doing so many years with Harinams, it's a great inspiration. Yeah, it's nice, this example that by Krishna's mercy, the ocean of these tears can be dried up. And yeah, we get into these difficult situations, and it seems very tragical sometimes. Like when I came here, there was 12 of us brahmacharis, and it was so vibrant, it's so dynamic, and every day Harinams, and like I was thinking we will just conquer Paris and transform yeah. And then one by one, these brahmacharis just went. Some went to other temples, some got married, and at the end I just was with one. And yeah, it was. I was very like sad, and why did they do that? And then, oh, it's me, because it's my karma, and I was not serious enough, so Krishna took this away from me. But it was a great, like, school for me to pass through all that and learn just to accept everything. My Guru Maharaj said, there will be some devotees leaving, don't get disturbed, so we just need to do our service, not get disturbed, and by these difficult situations, by stressful situations, we learn to be balanced, and to do it for Krishna. And like Navina Nirada Prabhu said, like first when we come, everything is like a great party and the fireworks, but Krishna consciousness is actually something between us and Krishna. It's an internal thing, and it says like Monday morning and party is over and someone has to clean up the mess. So, and it's about cleaning our mess and just steadily doing. And when the mind is also peaceful, I see my mind is very flickering, very unstable. I get emotional very easy. I get angry. I get this victim mentality, and it's changing, but it might not. It's not that it's disappeared. It's still there, but now I know that it's okay. I have material mind, but it's not me. And I can get deeper happiness and more steady mind, just by staying in the process with the Lord. Hare Krishna, anything else? Does anyone know how did Bali Maharaj get the mercy of Prahlad Maharaj?
It is mentioned, I was reading the purport, so it is mentioned like in this purport also that there are two kinds of devotees, Siddhas, Kripa Siddha and Sadhana Siddha. So because of he was born in the family of Prahlad Maharaj, he was essentially like
the seed, the Osho
Sadhana is referred to one who has become a devotee by regular execution of regulative principle mentioned in the Shastras as ordered and directed by spiritual master. But there are other devotees who may not have undergone the all required details of devotion service, but who, by the special mercy of Guru and Krishna, the spiritual master and Supreme Personality Godhead, have immediately attained the perfection of pure devotion service. Example of such devotees are Yagyapatnis, Maharaj Bali and Shukdev Goswami. Similarly, Prabhupada gave an example of Yajnapatni, then he said, similarly, Virochani, Bali Maharaj received the mercy of Prahlad Maharaj, and by Prahlad Maharaj's mercy, he also received the mercy of Lord Vishnu, who appeared before him as Brahmachari beggar. Just by being there.
We hear in the past time of Prahlad Maharaj that 12 generation will be liberated. So
Right?
it's already said in the past time before. So his grandson, so there's more even to come will be liberated.
So this is his mercy that just by being born in Prahlad.
That's the nature of Kripa.
Mm.
Ahetuki Kripa. Without causeless mercy.
Actually, I think Prabhupada explained we are all Kripa Siddha because even Sadhana Siddha receive mercy by receiving instruction from spiritual master to practice sadhana. So we are all Kripa Siddha, but some have to pass through sadhana, some are already perfect by mercy, and they don't have to practice sadhana. But they will do to show example, but see, we are all asking for mercy and we all receive mercy. But some need to practice sadhana, some are already perfect.
My understanding was that our sadhana is not actually that great, but our Guru is accepting our imperfect sadhana, and by his mercy we're making progress.
Our sadhana is not great, but by the mercy of Guru.
He's accepting whatever little sadhana by his mercy. I think 3 times that Prabhupada disciples say 3 times that Prabhupada practically guarantee that if you just follow these 4 rules and chant Hare Krishna, you'll go back to God. That's good. So maybe it's by his mercy that that amount of sadhana is sufficient.
By following 4 regulative principles in the chanting system. Rohit Prabhu, you wanted to say something?
Who is the Yajnapatnis has mentioned in the purport?
Those are the Yajna Patnis are the wives of Brahmanas who is performing Yajna, and once Krishna and Balaram were in the forest with cowherd boys, and they sent the cowherd boys to go to beg for some food, and they came to the Yajna Brahmanas and they asked and they rejected them, saying, we are busy now with performing Yajna, why are you bothering us? And then they went back and they said to Krishna and Balaram, and they said, go to the wives. So the wives, they immediately, when they heard it is for Krishna and Balaram, they brought food from them. So they disobeyed what their husbands told them. This is like not ordinary, but they were more advanced than the Brahmanas.
One more thing, like as you mentioned, we know from Bhagavatam or like Vritasura and Bali Maharaj, they're from demon families and they are the devotees of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Is there anyone apart from these demons who got the mercy of Lord Vishnu?
Any other demons? No.
Yeah, born in the dynasty of demons, apart from Vritasura or Bali Maharaj.
Us.
No.
More or less.
About the brother of Prahlad, right? He was born in Vishnu.
Any more? Like example?
More or less us.
That
Sorry, please, others.
thoughts of making how demons get like so much specialness. I just connotating and thinking, is there any special character so that we can learn and self-realize? Any from other Puranas or any scriptures?
Well, there's the story of the hunter, right? Northern the hunter, right? He was pretty demonic, right? He liked to torture animals. But he got the mercy of Narada.
Yeah, but he's a human.
Well, yeah, but he's very demonic.
Maybe there are.
Born in a family of hunters, It's definitely demonic.
Research.
Maybe someone can share how we should cry for Krishna, what it means to cry for Krishna for you.
There's a reference in the devotion I try to find. So there's this let's see. In the further consideration of devotional principles, chapter 9, under submission. Narada Pancharana, there's another expression of submission wherein the devotee says, "Oh my dear Lord, O lotus-eyed one, when will that day come when on the bank of the Yamuna I shall become just like a madman and continue to chant your holy name while incessant tears flow from my eyes?" This is another perfectional stage. Lord Chaitanya also desired that a moment will appear to him as 12 years of time, and the whole world will appear vacant on the account of not seeing you, my dear Lord. One should feelingly pray and become eager to render his particular type of service to the Lord. That is the teaching of all great devotees, especially Lord Chaitanya. In other words, one should learn how to cry for the Lord. One should learn this small technique, and you should be very eager and actually cry to be engaged in some particular type of service. This is called lolium, and such tears are the price for the highest perfection. If one develops this lolium or excessive eagerness for meeting and serving the Lord in a particular way, that is the price to enter the kingdom of God. Otherwise, there is no material calculation for the value of the ticket by which one can enter the kingdom of God. The only price for such entrance is this lolium lasamai, a great or desire and great eagerness.
Crying for some particular type of service. Thank you very much. Anything else? Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai,
Jai Prabhu ki
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.